welcome to my new weekly podcast, Our Power is Within. I'm your host, Just Chaz. My full name is Chaz Smith Newton, but you can just call me Chaz. I can't tell you how incredibly excited I am to be here with you today for my very first episode. Starting a podcast was something I have dreamt about for quite some time, so today is truly a dream coming true. My hope for this podcast is to inspire anyone out there in the world who is suffering from chronic pain, illness, or even chronic emotional turmoil. See, I have been blessed myself to have lived a life of chronic pain and emotional disease, which began as early as, 7 years old, all the way to 40. I know what some of you might be thinking. Did this woman just say she's been blessed to live this life? And the answer is yes, yes, yes. I know that sounds strange now, but bear with me and I think I can help you understand. And for any person out there who has healed themselves from chronic illness and pain, I'm sure they know exactly what I'm talking about. So let me explain. You see, through this journey called life, in my quest to heal my body, I have learned so much and I have gained so many gifts. Particularly in my quest to heal through the power of my own mind. Because I've come to realize how incredibly powerful our minds really are. I've learned firsthand just how much our old stories, our old beliefs and habits that no longer serve us can actually make us sick. And I've been a witness to the power that we have within to heal. Perhaps the biggest gift of them all is that I've learned through all the pain and suffering in my past is that we truly are powerful, self-healing beings. And with consistency and dedication to show up for ourselves through actions of love, anything is possible. I've also been lucky enough to have had the opportunity to experiment successfully with different modalities and approaches to self-healing. And at the end of the day, what I started realizing in all of my experiences is that there is a common thread that runs through all of these wonderful options that we all have. And they all have the same end goal, which is to calm our nervous system and restore harmony within. To me, the best part about all of this is the fact that we do have options and we do get to be our own experiment to find what really works for each of us. On a total side note, I've been in a wellness mission for most of my adult life to be my own experiment, to not only help myself, but to guide others. And to be really honest, the biggest lesson I have learned over the years is that we each have within ourselves the answers that we seek. And we each have our own ability to discern what is best for us. In this podcast, I really want to bring to the table a wide variety of healing stories from everyday people around the globe who have experienced extraordinary healing results through the use of different tools to access their own power within. Tools such as DNRS, which stands for the Dynamic Neural Retraining System, which is a brain rewiring system designed by Annie Hopper. Or perhaps TMS protocol based off the early findings and work of Dr. John Sarno and repressed emotions. Various journaling methods, specifically Journal Speak, developed by Nicole Sachs. Meditation healing such as the work of Dr. Joe Dispenza. Heart-brain coherence taught by the HeartMath Institute. The power of various forms of breath work and healing, and so much more. I truly believe that when we can hear another person's story of triumph and we can relate to their story or connect to them, we can realize if she can do it, so can I. No one is exempt. No one is not special enough. Our bodies were designed to heal when we get out of our way and support the healing. The most profound thing happened to me when I was about halfway into my brain retraining that I wanted to share today. I suddenly realized somewhere in the middle of my brain retraining that despite being initially motivated and fueled to begin this journey as a means to cure chronic pain and illness, desperate if you will, well, somewhere along the way, the fuel that kept me motivated each and every day became so mental. And what I mean by this is that I literally observed my mental shift and saw the woman I was becoming blossoming into, and I became my own witness to the possibility of truly rewriting my own story. This created so much zest for me to remain motivated every day for as long as it took, knowing suddenly that everything else was secondary. And by everything else, I mean the physical symptoms, because I was so overly excited with watching everything else within and around me shift. And I knew in my heart the physical healing would inevitably be a byproduct of the emotional and mental shifts taking place. And to be honest, I have not heard a healing story yet whereby somebody didn't mention how their pain became their greatest gift, because it gives us the drive to seek deeper and further until we find the answers we're seeking. It opens doors for us to tap into the truth of who we truly are and who we're meant to be in this world. My healing journey has been so much more than eliminating physical pain and disease. It has been a journey into learning how to truly love all the parts of me. And when I say love, I mean love is a verb, acting in love, and we all deserve that. This work has been absolutely lighting a fire in my belly. And the deeper I get into learning how powerful our minds are and how connected to source energy we are and our amazing self-healing ability, the more passion that I have to share the message with the world continues to grow. As a coach in some capacity, most of my adult life, I've been fueled with a mission to help myself and others align to well-being. What began initially, as it does for most, on a journey focused on all things external, and by external, I mean doctors and medicines and supplements and treatments and all the stuff, has led me now to the realization that we have to focus on the mind, the body, and the soul as a single unit. I vastly appreciate every part of my journey. I've learned so much and it has been an evolution which has brought me full circle to where I am today, and I wouldn't change it for the world. And my hope is that all the listeners out there will have that same experience of their very own. Oh, and the most fascinating part for me over the years has been the science of it all. I'm becoming such a science geek, and I never knew this about myself. I love to understand the whys and the science behind all of the elements of healing from within. I look forward to eventually bringing various experts in the field onto this show for interviews where I can pick their brains and share it with all of you. My goal today was to give you a tidbit about why I'm here and what you can expect from me in the show. I hope you will join me on this beautiful life journey. Tune in weekly to connect with courageous souls from all over the world who will share their stories and bring inspiration for your healing story to begin, as well as learn about different modalities for neurohacking, rewiring your brain, upgrading your mind, and healing your body so that you can take your power back. Once again, I'm your host, Chas Smith Newton, or just Chas. Thank you so very much for tuning in and listening to my very first episode and joining me today. If this podcast resonates with you, I ask that you please click subscribe. And if you have any friends or family who have suffered from chronic pain or illness, I encourage you to share this message with them right now. Send them a link in a text so they can make sure to subscribe and not miss our very first interview. Until next time, everyone, thanks again and make this week wonderful.